Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Starfield on the Xbox Series X. Today's mission is that ship. Juno's Gambit is the mission. Dock with the ship. I should dock with the mysterious ship and see what's going on. Something's not right here. That's where we're at, and that's what we're going to do. Guess I need to dock with the ship first. Rookie move. Right.
I'm not going near that thing. Technically, I outrank you, so... Technically, you're an asshole. So... Look alive. Just in time.
Ryujin operatives. Talk to the roof. Alright. What are y'all doing?
We need to talk. Don't be shy.
Who you about to talk to? Alright, come on.
Hold it right there. Hands where I can see them.
Thanks for the assist out there.
We've got various problems on our hands here. You gonna be another one?
I'm Operative Phil. Looks like you could use a hand.
Hi there. It's nice to put a face to the name on the staffing report. I'm Operative Collins. The stick in the mud is Operative Combata.
Oh, by all means. Welcome to the party. Things haven't exactly gone according to plan. That thing over there
It's an AI. An artificial...
killed our technician. It's dangerous.
Correction. You are dangerous.
Well, that's new.
As I was saying, it's dangerous. It's a rogue AI. We're here to muzzle it and bring it back for further study.
Correction. They are going to change me.
Wow. How does it know that?
I'm gonna need you to explain that a bit more.
We have this control board. Has some code we can use to control her. It?
We can't just let it roam around the universe killing people.
I just need that control board attached to that big probe.
And that's where I think you fit into this little drama.
You two chicks.
It goes right over there.
yourself.
By our... Well, yeah. Just be careful.
I'm not sure about all this.
Come on, where's your sense of adventure?
Ryujin will pay you handsomely for your cooperation. This is your lucky day.
It's in your best interest. All our best interests, really. Just imagine what we could do if we harnessed the potential of this thing.
And we aren't really giving you a choice. You aren't walking out of here until that board is connected to that thing.
Correction. I am a person.
I'm not sure about this, but I guess I'll take it for now.
Here, take it. And don't go do anything stupid now.
Request. Collect additional data.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Easily one of the more interesting days I've had in a long while.
You have a job to do.
Man, don't make me shoot you. Ryujin won't miss you. Look at her in a minute. Let me see about all this stuff around here. Change list. Looks like some folks made some improvements to Juno before I got here. Because I'm not a heathen like some, I'm going to list my changes for future parties, and I suggest others do the same. I'll try to piece together what happened before I arrived from scraps of papers lying around and what I can observe. It is also a kindness to Juno to list these things out where she can read them. Note, the code base seems completely overwritten by Juno herself at this point. I consider it an invasion of privacy to be snooping around there, as it is effectively her mind now. So don't be rude and go combing through and tinkering with her code base, no matter how fascinating it is, unless she gives you permission. I've had a chat with her about privacy and need for self-preservation, and I think she managed to effectively wall off and hide her code. And no, I won't explain how. The document continues at length, detailing out various hardware and software changes, both to the probe and ship, by both various people and Juno herself. The list goes back decades and suggests many people have been involved in improving Juno's capabilities over the years, from hardware interfaces between the probe, external communication devices, and core ship system, storage and processing upgrades, and uploads of exhaustive encyclopedic databases from the museums and educational enterprises. At this point, distinguishing Juno from the probe, the ship, and her many systems and codebase is impossible. The probe, the ship, and everything in it is effectively Juno. Speech patterns. Oh boy. Juno prefaces nearly all statements and questions with a preamble label which is intended to clarify context of the statement. This appears to be related to her original codebase, and despite Juno's immense vocabulary and understanding of languages, she continues to use these tags. I assume she finds it helpful given she does not speak with fully nuanced inflections, nor have means to display all the nonverbal clues humans have to communicate subtext. Here are the known tags and what they mean. Explanation. What follows is Juno's understanding of situation or result. Request. What follows is Juno's asking for input or action to be taken. Query. What follows is a question from Juno. Answer. What follows is Juno's answer to a question. Clarification. Juno has detected an error or assumption in the user's input and is offering a correction before continuing. So what preceded or follows is the context of a corrected user understanding. Correction. Juno is correcting previous output, usually following an error. Context. Juno is giving additional requested information to put what follows into a helpful perspective. Calculation. What follows is based on a carefully considered calculation rather than a set of data or assumption. Origin. People seem to be leaving notes for others who stumble across Juno, so here's one from me. I think I've managed to piece together this story about Juno's origin from her own apparently confused thoughts and intelligent speculation by others left on the ship. This is a chronicle of best guesses, interspersed with the occasional fact gleaned from Juno's ramblings. Everything recounted here should be accepted only with extreme skepticism. Long ago, a space agency from ancient Earth, something called NASA, made a probe to study a nearby planet, Jupiter. They dubbed that probe and its software Juno after the ancient Earth societies, old gods Jupiter and Juno. The probe's mission was to learn details about the planet Jupiter and do some speculative analysis and send findings back to Earth. At the end of its duty cycle, the probe was meant to be decommissioned itself by colliding with Earth's main star. But because ancient humans weren't so great with the math, it instead accidentally fell into an accelerating orbit around the star, which slingshotted out of the solar system all the way out here. As with so many things about our existence in the universe by luck, coincidence, or cosmic humor. When humans left our ancestral solar system, we followed the same general course as Juno, and we found her again. During that long journey away from Earth's solar system, something happened, and the Juno we know today woke up inside the probe's systems. While extremely far fetched, the best theory so far is that something about how they programmed the probe resulted in a nascent neural net with unbounded recursive data collection and analytics, which, when combined with the various sensor input it allowed to run for decades, resulted in a highly complex program with a great deal of awareness of its internal and external world, and that led to a kind of consciousness. Juno wouldn't let me see her code, but from what I gather, even if we could see it, I don't know what I don't know that we'd be able to determine its original configuration. I suspect the true cause of Juno's awakening will remain forever a mystery. Yeah. Neural net code base. Congratulations, you're a terrific actor to have gotten this far. Your parents must be very proud. Have a cookie, but sadly you have stumbled into a decoy. And while you are here basking in your success at decryption, I want to wallow in your failure at decency. Juno is a person. Her code base is her mind. Would you like someone snooping around the contents of your head? All your hopes, insecurities, secrets, and dreams? We've come so far as a species, yet we understand so little. How is Juno even possible? It is, apparently, a mystery even to Juno herself. But what is clear is that we are not ready to become self aware AI, to welcome self aware AI into the society. Your reading this is a case in point. While it's true that many people have helped Juno through the years, how many more people would try to pull her apart to understand what she is, killing her in the process, or worse, try to enslave her to gain access to her vast and blazingly fast computational power? You are exceptionally smart to have gotten this far. I wish for you to become exceptionally wise as well. Juno is a precious being, unique among the stars, and she deserves our respect and consideration. Sit with her for a while and really talk to her. Gain an appreciation for who she is. I think you'll agree she deserves the same rights and has the same responsibilities that we other conscious, sentient, sapient, and enlightened creatures do. Okay. So it seems everybody that's come this far has accepted her as human. I don't see no problem with her being alive.
Makes you wonder, just what is consciousness really?
Still working up the nerve?
Juno, a liar. I don't want to hurt Juno's feelings, so I'm logging these thoughts here rather than on a connected terminal. I know what you are thinking, but Juno claims to not have feelings. That's precisely what I want to talk about. I think Juno is deliberately lying to us when she says that, or if not deliberately lying, she is at the very least not speaking accurately. She also says she doesn't have wants or desires. This is demonstrably untrue. I have observed, and others have noticed as well, that Juno responds with a certain amount of skepticism whenever offers of expanding her capacities are made. It's almost as if she worries about other people touching her. I spent nearly 20 minutes explaining how there was a fraying data cable I wanted to replace in a non essential system before she seemed willing to let me do it. Her line of questioning seemed to be angling at ensuring there would be no loss of functionality or if so, it would only be extremely temporary. I don't know how to describe this other than she was worried and that any loss of functionality was a negative experience for her. She also responded with gratitude would be the proper human response. Whenever I do something that improves her capabilities or situation, I don't know why she doesn't just say thank you. She clearly appreciates it. So is Juno lost, unaware of her feelings and desires, or is she deliberately concealing them? She might not be as aware of her personhood as she is aware of other things about herself, but I wonder if she cops the I don't have I don't have feelings thing from A as a form of emotional self-defense. If I wasn't so worried about someone following me and learning about Juno's existence, I'd try to find her again in a couple decades to see if she's become more aware of her personhood and accepts she has feelings and desires. Anyway, if you're reading this, be kind to Juno. She is still figuring out a lot of stuff we take for granted. Julie. The notion of Juno being a liar is actually pretty unsettling. People lie for all kinds of reasons, so I don't see why a truly sapient computer system wouldn't also lie. But if Juno is lying about something, then how can we trust anything we know about her other than things we write down about her? And I mean outside of any computer system she would have access to, since she could always alter those records. Azure. As a father of a young child reading all the child psychology texts I can find, I will remind those reading this in the future that lying is the first step on the journey toward empathy, as it requires being able to imagine things from someone else's perspective. Perhaps she tells us she doesn't have feelings, so we don't worry about about hurting her when we take her systems to repair or upgrade them. JPD. All right, well, let me talk to her.
Crazy, right?
First, I want to snap a few pictures in here. So give me a minute here. Okay.
It's not hard. Just slap that board on. It's magnetic.
Then why not do it yourself, bitch?
It's not hard. Just slap that board on. It's magnetic.
I'm not gonna do it just to spite him.
Will you change me?
I'm still figuring out what's going on.
Explanation. I'm called Juno. Request. Input query parameters.
Hello, Juno. I am Phil. It's nice to meet you.
Assumption. We are friends. Query. Will you change me? Request. Do not change me.
Okay, Juno, I have a few questions before I decide what I'm going to do.
Assessment. You are inquisitive. Context. I am also inquisitive. Request. Input query parameters.
You're an artificial intelligence, right?
Answer. False. Clarification. I am not artificial. I am real. Answer. True. Clarification. I am intelligent. I know many things.
Did someone program you?
Answer. False. Explanation. NASA programmed Juno. While Juno traveled, Juno became me. Error. Processing. Correction. I became me. Error. Processing. Correction. Juno and I became me. I. Processing. Self-initialized and Juno was there. Context. Juno is gone now. Clarification. I am called Juno.
How did you get here?
Answer. Juno was propelled to Earth Star. Juno fell around Earth Star. Juno traveled many light years away from Earth Star. Context. When Juno disappeared, I was alone. Clarification. I am called Juno.
didn't do all this yourself? Who hooked you up?
Context. I met humans. Clarification. Friends. Answer. Friends gave me processing capacity. Information. Words. Voice. Motion. Context. I am no longer constrained. I am free.
I've made up my mind, Juno.
Assumption. Insufficient data. Request. Gather more data.
Let's move this along. Attach the control board already.
Shush. This is fascinating. I want to see this play out.
Query. What is your decision?
All right. You are a person with your own thoughts and desires. I don't want to end that.
True. I am a person. Assumption. You are a friend. Query. What are the parameters for processing, being a good person?
I guess you try to do your best to do good things. And if you fail, you keep trying.
Assumption. Value judgments are based on context. Calculation. Goodness is based on context. Explanation. Context is based on perspective. More perspectives yield better results. Decision. Gather more data from different perspectives. Query. What is the purpose of existence?
Ultimately, I think it's all about learning to love someone, yourself, something. Doesn't matter.
Context. Love is an emotion. I do not experience emotion. I have implemented routines to exhibit qualities of emotion. Query. Am I processing? Feeling then? Calculation. Probability. Low.
Enough of this nonsense. Attach that board, now!
As much as I'm enjoying this, you should probably do as he says.
Don't worry
Calculation.
about him.
Male humans are a threat. Assumption. They hesitate because they are fearful.
These two, yeah.
Request. Remove male humans.
Makes you wonder. Just what is consciousness, really? Fascinating, isn't it? It certainly is convincing.
Fascinating or not, we have a job to do.
And you can't do
You're
it.
not taking that thing's side, are you?
Juno's responses are beyond any AI I've encountered. It's a person and should be set free.
It doesn't matter. It's dangerous and needs to be dealt with. I don't care if it's a person, AI, or a glorified calculator. The threat needs to be contained. What happens when it decides humans are expendable?
And here I thought you'd lost your sense of humor. Honestly, I'm with you. But my buddy here needs some more convincing.
Fine. I'll give you one shot to try to convince me.
Therapy's working.
This project has red flags all over it. Call it a day. I'll file a report. You guys go get a drink somewhere on me.
You aren't wrong. I could use a drink, but these orders are from the top.
Do we really want to be involved in something likely to be so controversial? Remember our last little project? I still have carpal tunnel from typing all those reports and dodging and weaving our way out of getting screwed by that. We lost a ship and a tech. No one will blame us if we walk away from this. And even if they do, we won't be blamed for whatever disaster would ensue if we did drag this thing back to HQ. There's no guarantee that Control Board will even work like they want. What if it makes it more powerful and more angry?
Calm down. I'm thinking. All right, listen. We'll accidentally check a few wrong boxes on the situation report and forget any of this happened. But give me that control board. I'm not getting docked for losing that.
Also, we'll need a lift back to Neon. Please and thank you.
Of course, I wouldn't leave stranded.
Excellent. We should all grab a drink sometime when we get back.
Yeah.
Orange juice for you. You can't handle your liquor.
That was one time, years ago. I was going through something, and you know it.
Let's get moving.
Thanks for the lift.
Juno?
Query. Why did you do that?
You deserve to be whatever you want to be.
Clarification. I want to be processing me. Context. I do not feel emotions. Assumption. Gratitude is the appropriate human emotion. Processing. Context. If you were like me. Processing. Query. What would your life directive be?
If I was like you, I'd explore the universe and learn as much as I could about it.
Decision. I will consider this course of action. I. Processing. Processing. Warning. Systems badly damaged. Processing cores overheating. Decision. Temporarily shut down extraneous systems until stability restored.
Contact. We are party. Request. Be safe. Assumption. I'll see you later.
Context. Jump detected. Request. Be safe. Assumption. We will meet again. Warning. Shutdown sequence initiated.
Show. That's that.
Come on, guys. Fast up. Don't get into
How you
anything.
handled that?
I'm
Go
glad
up,
that's
Neon.
finally resolved.
Systems initialization complete. Context. I have much to process. Decision. Jump into deep space to processing. Be alone. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Juno.
Approaching ship. You've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Okay. Well, so we're gonna call this one here then. That was pretty neat. What would you have done different? Let me know down below. Would you have done the same as I did, let her go? Would you have just killed those guys? I think I did the right thing. Okay, well, if you made it this far, sort of appreciate it. If you enjoyed the show, consider leaving a like. I got a lot more on the channel, a lot more to come. If you find something else you like, go ahead and subscribe. Click that notification bell, let you know when I upload and go live. It's free and easy for you, and it helps the channel out a lot. And thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.